Hey, this is Doug with Design 8 Studio, and one of the projects that I've done is to design a new custom Settlers of Catan game board that is made from 1/4-inch thick oak and is custom designed and custom painted. And when you do a custom board like this, one of the things that you run into is that the store-bought game has this vacuum formed plastic holder that's made for holding your parts, your player pieces, your borders, your cards, and your resource pieces, as well as your dice and your robber piece. And like I said, this is vacuum formed. It doesn't need to hold a lot of weight, so it's really thin, and that makes it easy to break. Matter of fact, you can see mine already has a crack here. But one of the things that you realize real quickly is that because these are 1/4-inch thick and the original cardboard game board is made out of much thinner pieces, there's not enough room in this for your new board. So for quite a long time, I've been selling this game board on my Etsy channel and offering as an upgrade that I can provide a wooden box with custom cut foam, and unfortunately that box that I've been selling is only big enough to hold just the new board. And so to have all of their Catan game things in one place, they've actually got two boxes, the original factory box and this new wooden box. So for my own Catan game board, I created this for myself. And the reason why I say for myself is because I have a huge printer, like way bigger than most people's printer. It started out as an Ender 3 V2, and I paid for a kit called an Ender Extender 400 XL, and it extends it up to 400 millimeters wide by 400 millimeters deep by 500 millimeters tall, and it enables me to print bigger things than a regular printer can make. And I designed and printed this this tray here that holds the new thicker game board resources, all of the borders, holds all of the cards. It holds the bigger cards on the top and the smaller cards underneath that, and it holds the dice and the robber. And I'd love to make this available for everybody, but getting this huge thing printed is really tedious. You got to babysit it through the whole process, and it's just a monstrous thing. And same thing with the lid. And so, but it dawned on me that the printing would not be so bad if I cut it into 4 pieces that could be snapped together and printed on a regular size printer. And I've been so thrilled with my FlashForge Adventurer 5M printer. It prints so quick and does such a great job. And so I have indeed designed the 4-part version of this, and I've made it so that they can snap together. And so you're actually witnessing my very first one of these, which has never been snapped together yet, and you're witnessing my first effort to snap it together. So let's hope that it goes well. Well, that was quite the snap together. That's really solid. I'm really liking that. My advice is to snap both of the right side together front and back, then both of the left side together front and back, and then attach the two halves. So let me see if I can repeat that process again. And that again is nice and solid. And now see if I can fit it together here. Okay, so I think that is really, really great. And my thought is to build a wooden box lid to slide down on that. So if you like this and you'd like to get access to this design, join my club on printables. I'll put a link in the description. Or if you just like to buy the design so that you can print it, I'll put a link for that in the description also. Okay, so the first one I did of this was a thin-walled prototype model. This batch has been reprinted with Infill. The first prototype model didn't have any infill except lightning infill to hold up the top. This one was printed with infill throughout and thicker walls. So this one is aimed at being the actual one. I've made this initial set commissioned by a friend who is asking for it as a gift for a friend of his. So we'll go ahead now and assemble the one that's intended to be the final one. And it is quite firm in the amount of strength required to get it to come together. I think I may use a clamp to squeeze this together. I'm telling you that. Requires force to put it together, but once it is together, it is rock solid. Rock solid, I tell you. Okay, so it goes together. It goes together wonderfully, but you've got to really apply some force to get it to go together. And as you can see, when it's printed with Infill, it takes more force to put it together. The way it was previously, I was able to do it with just force pressure from my hands, but now it's more rigid, and I had to use clamps to get it to go together. But that is a wonderful 3D printed 4-part assembled caddy for all of the Settlers of Catan game pieces, including custom-made 1/4-inch thick game board pieces. Able to store the cards, all the different sizes of cards, and the dice and the robber all together in one place. Again, I'll put links in the description. I'll put links in the description to where you can get the plans for all of this, and I'll probably throw in, this box was laser cut. This is 5mm thick plywood, and I actually measured it at 4.95 millimeters, but I'm guessing it's probably listed as either 1/4-inch or something like that, but it's 5mm thick plywood. And I designed the box and I laser cut the parts on my laser, but you could easily cut these with just a table saw. And it doesn't have any beveled corners. It's just simply a glued together lid, and I'll be laser engraving a message onto the top for my friend's friend. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful way to store your Catan game board. Hi, this is Doug Joseph with Design 8 Studio. If you like our content, please click like and subscribe. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And until the next video, I wish you happy making.